was hate. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just want to know that I can hold a conversation.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Carolina Panthers. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun to McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Levante David in on the tackle.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of, he's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Complete.
DJ Moore. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now this pass brought in by Brown. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Brady gives this one off to Jones. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space. And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Jeremy Chin there defensively. I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Now he'll throw with Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Of Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020, Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Here's Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job. Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
McCaffrey with the carry.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. From the gun, Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And there's a catch by Christian McCaffrey, and he plays a huge role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years, so he is a defense's nightmare because how do you identify him before the snap on every play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Do you guard him with a defensive back, a linebacker? Whatever you do, he tends to have the answer himself and ends up making big plays.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Panther first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Bridgewater going to get it out quickly to Moore. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line.
A gain of
that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Panthers.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Panthers 7, Buccaneers nothing.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He was brought down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
The ball carrier.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they have the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Try to power it in with Arma. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Is good.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
And there's a nice catch there by Rob Gronkowski. We all know the story. Came out of retirement, got himself traded to Tampa Bay from New England in order to reconnect with his favorite quarterback. And no one has caught more Tom Brady touchdowns than Gronk, and he expects to add to that total.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short, pushing through there to make the play defensively.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Brady, quick slant to Brown. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
He sets up the screen to Jones. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about...
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
A pickup on the play of 50.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Complete to
Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
Brady's back.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught at the 10. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. The quick slant caught. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. One back in the game. That's Jones, second and goal.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Quick dash.
He'll get it up the middle, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes the score Panthers 21, Buccaneers 7.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
So we have come to halftime at what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. So let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Give him 3 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Buccaneers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Brady on target there to Godwin. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's Kahn. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down.
Incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
Extra point put through by Succum, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First down, Panthers.
This is McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Kevin Minter. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Third and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Complete.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
A gain of 20.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From just shy of midfield, Bridgewater to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Final minute now in the third quarter. Bridgewater on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Complete.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 30 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion, felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up? Now go to the... He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great start to the second quarter. Better than 30 yards. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Brady now on first down. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his second incompletion, and we're in the fourth quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Panthers 42. Buccaneers 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Antonio Brown on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trey Boston. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. And just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
45. Mike, 45. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
McCaffrey. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Carry for Carolina.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
15-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, you've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Pride. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Christian McCaffrey.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
4 yards.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 25-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Bridgewater taking a shot for Samuel. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up of 12 yards.
27-yard line.
From the gun, Brady. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
First down.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Slide for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Panthers 52, Buccaneers 20.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that. And
this is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple more times to give them a chance.
And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll run with McCaffrey, and he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Today's final score, Panthers.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another